Oh, yeah, shave that hair. Oh, sexy. Oh, crikey. Hey, you mucking about. Hello. Basically, what I thought I would do as an enjoyable sign off for 2009 is one of my enjoyable video reviews of comic books. But rather than just one and reading it aloud, which is still nonsense anyway, but is longer nonsense, I thought I would basically take a look at five comics for 2009 that we have all enjoyed and have touched us deeply and immensely. So without further ado, and basically it's a lot of mucking about, so you can just press pause and quit your browser as quickly as possible if you want. We shall let's have a look at five comics for 2009. Enjoy. So basically, to start with, we have this enjoyable view of a post-apocalyptic nightmare, which is V for Vendetta. And basically what this comic is a load of moping about nonsense with dark, gritty-looking panels. It ain't really New Year's Eve fair, to be honest with you, and it certainly ain't cheering me up. Well, basically some bird gets her head shaved, and it turns out at the end it's actually all just a mucking about. There ain't actually a lot happening in this. So, here we go. Enjoyable, isn't it? Basically, he's shaved her noggin, and now he's trying to pretend to drown her. And at the end, he's just like, "Yeah, I was just having a giggle with you. I ain't really prisoned you. That will teach you, won't it? Life miserable." Anyway, you get the idea. So out of 10 for this new book from Alan Moore this year, I'll give this 0. It's rubbish. Get it out of my house. Out. Next up, we have a comic book that has been all the rage this year, which is from Marvel New Universe, and it is Pissy Force. And basically, the reason why it's been so popular is covers like this one, which this is Pissy Force 28, and basically on this cover, as you can see, there is a rapist wolf attacking a woman thing, and also an enjoyable egg-headed man literally just standing there having a think about things on the cover. It's action-packed, and is the reason that Pissy Force was all the rage in 2009. And let's have a look, see some of the sort of stuff that you got in Pissy Force this year, which included like basically the star of the show, which is this ginge bloke basically standing around being a bit mopey. There you go. And he's having a cry probably because of the whole wolf attack thing that he's having to think about, and getting a bit of a cuddle from a little kid, from a child, basically touching the child to make himself feel better, which basically seems to be the running theme of this issue. You've then got this brilliant looking egghead thing. He ain't the egghead from the cover, but he's another sort of bumhead. If you have a look, he's got bumhead. He's mucking about a bit, and then he basically gets a bit upset. He's got tears running down his face. He's like, "Oh, it isn't fair," and to make himself feel better, he also gets a cuddle from what appears to be a child. So you get the idea. And then we finish with this comic with another bit of, it goes into another deep story because it's a very deep book, this one, basically with what appears to be Obama or Will Smith. Basically, he's now got a Zimmer frame, possibly from the wolf creature that we saw earlier has attacked him or something, but that's the end of the story. So there we go. It's an enjoyable book, and they're one of them smash hits of 2009. I'd highly recommend it. I give that 10 out of 10. That's Pissy Force. Next up, we have Badger. And what is going on the cover of Badger is this basically is Badger, and Badger is having a cuddle with his bald mate. Basically, Badger was another smash hit for 2009, primarily because of the hairstyles and the look of the day, which is this guy here, who is actually Badger. And later on, I think we actually get to see him attack and basically ruck with the dudes with the bald head, but not before he's been locked up as a lunatic. There we go, look. They can't handle his hair, basically. So that's the Badger, and there we go, there he is having a kick about. And it's an enjoyable comic book. I've thoroughly enjoyed it in my collection. I would give that 9 out of 10. We're nearly done with this, don't worry. Next up, we have Thundercats. Now, Thundercats has made a resurgence this year, but as with the original Thundercats, I have a bit of a problem with this, which is basically, pardon me, light me cigarette. Basically, is the fact that back in the day when this first come out, I liked He-Man, and He-Man was alright because the women in it were women. My problem with Thundercats is that, like, you have a look at her, she looks like she's a bit of a salt, but technically what you're doing there is finding a cat attractive, and that ain't right. That's confusing as far as I'm concerned. That ain't right. That's a bit wrong. So basically, I don't like Thundercats because it confuses me. I don't like the idea of sexy cats. I don't think anyone does really. So anyway, I've never actually read this, but you know, sure it's enjoyable for the slightly slower kids at school who enjoyed Thundercats back in the day. So I'll give that 2 out of 10. Next up, we've got Contest of Champions, which was this year's attempt by Marvel to sort of do their own G8 summit with superheroes. As you can see, you've got all of the sort of ganger here: Iron Man, Boozy Iron Man, Blind Daredevil, Grumpy Wolverine. You've got Captain America, although he's dead, so I don't know how he appears in it, but he does. You've got Storm. Anyway, you get the idea. You've got all of them all coming under one roof, basically in an enjoyable story of unity, as Whitney Houston might have once sang, I believe the children are our future, and in a way, as you can see in this comic, all of the Marvel children are here, and it ends with basically the champions being the characters of the Marvel universe as they battle each other. And it's quite nice as well, because what you actually get in this as well is sort of a mixture of characters you've never heard of before, some brand new ones created, like Shamrock here, Shamrock, who's like da-doody-die, she's supposed to be Irish. And you also have, who else do you have? You have this Asian man who's like, I am the Asian. Before I do any more racial stereotypes, you get the idea, basically, get myself in a bit of trouble. You get the idea, so there's a few characters on there, thoroughly enjoyable. And last but not least, we have Action Comics 1, which basically is about a chairlifting baby, and again, it's thoroughly enjoyable. But I can't say much more about it than that, to be honest with you, because the chairlifting baby is sort of the highlight of the journey. I hope you have enjoyed this. That one looks quite good though. His son's a beast. Should have gone with that one really, rather than this one. Probably shouldn't have done any of this, to be honest, because it's all a bit silly, isn't it? Anyway, so you get the idea. Bit of tongue action there for Superman. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this exciting adventure through the comic world of Badger, Pissy Force, Sexy Cats, and chairlifting babies. And I hope you have a happy new year, and see you soon. Cheers, boy.